give me a minute. I have to figure out why this mic isn't connecting all of a sudden, and it's pissing me off because I just used this mic the other day to connect to my Insta360 camera, and I'm not too impressed right now that it is not doing anything with pairing. So we're gonna figure this out, repair, unpaired all transmitters and start pairing again. Sure, why not? Looks like we have one, pairing in progress, waiting for it to reboot. I love this, but I hate it because it's not apparently working anymore. So, can you guys hear me? If you can, there it is. Now we're gonna have much better audio. Hopefully. Is it USA 2-0? USA is playing a game today? I thought it was a different. Wait, that game just... Has it started? I haven't even paid attention. Let me know if my audio just got tremendously better for you, please. I really need to know. And I need some audience feedback on this video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Friday night in Vegas. Major stuff is happening in the economy in Vegas, in the economy in America as a whole, as a general rule. Consumer confidence is at an all-time low. Prices keep getting more expensive. We'll talk about SpaceX on this stream as well. And I'm going to have to stop pairing this particular mic with this camera. I'm going to have to use my other one that I have with my kit. Because I was using this today, my super camera. Where's my super camera? Super duper camera. I was using my Insta360 Luna today, my Luna Ultra, to do an experiment. And apparently, I messed everything up. But I'm glad that I fully recovered. Is Marco Rubio at the game? All right, cool. All right, that's good. So we're talking about SpaceX IPOs. We're going to talk about the economy today. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. This is the first day I felt some kind of positive trajectory in my life. Had a major thing go. Let's play a game called How Much Did I Pay? This is the soupiest, most stupidest. I'll never buy a milkshake from Five Guys ever. Hi. Excuse me, ma'am. Is this supposed to be as... I bought milkshakes. Is it supposed to be that thin?
No, it's not. I'm sorry about that.
Can I be a butthead and get a replacement of that? I just want to try it. I'm reviewing it in front of people, and I don't think it's supposed to be that way.
No problem. Yeah, it shouldn't be this buttery. I got
Okay.
you.
I want to be nice to you, to these people.
Okay.
Okay? So Five Guys is good customer service. So how much do you think I paid for that milkshake? She's going to bring me a replacement. I'm going to drink a milkshake on camera. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I don't know the lyrics. So we should have a great stream tonight, hopefully. If you like the thumbnail for this video, I actually took it with my new camera. I took it with the Insta360 Luna, and then I ran it through some AI tweaks. Not AI tweaks, photo editing tweaks, but most of the photo editing apps are AI. I'm trying to move away from AI right now, because I think a lot of you guys are rejecting it. So question of the night is, are you rejecting AI? Is it something that you don't like anymore and you're just trying to less AI the better in your life? Is that something that you guys are dealing with right now? That's the question I have. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is that something that you guys are dealing with? Are you rejecting the idea of artificial intelligence? Because I had this awesome opportunity to talk to a guy who has an app called tubeai.app. And if you're a YouTube creator, you should probably look at tubeai.app. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get paid. In fact, I pay him for the opportunity to use his app. And it's a great app. What it does is it audits your channel. It knows your speaking style. It can write scripts for you that sound like you're actually you. It does deep research about what it thinks will do well in your field. It's a great app. And, I can't afford his consulting right now. I saw the Michael Girdley video on Five Guys Are Hurting. They're opening a store on the Las Vegas Strip in a few months, in a few weeks probably. I don't know how much they're hurting, but I saw the Michael Girdley video. I commented on it. And he was telling me to move away from AI. Just don't do AI. And I was like, okay. And he was very nice. The guy's name is Nick. He's on X. A matter of fact, if you guys are into YouTube stuff at all and you want to know about YouTube business, you really should go and follow him. I'll post his account up here. I think it's just at TubeAI app or something. But Nick was really kind to me today. He didn't have to answer my questions because, he's running a business, but he was very nice to do so. I pestered him enough that he was willing to do it. So I'm going to drop that into a chat. Follow Nick if you're into YouTube stuff, because he's got a lot of really great things that he says and does for free on his YouTube channel where you don't necessarily have to pay him money. And then his product is absolutely tops. It's a great product, I'll tell you. And I think I'm logged in as a different account, so I want to make sure I'm logged in as Not Leaving Las Vegas. So I'll post that up here when I get logged in. And now's the time when you can ask me questions. Going to get serious left behind if you ignore AI. I think you will, but I think that right now a lot of people, they have fatigue for AI because AI is just like barreling at them and forcing themselves in every single facet of life into them. Like, I don't need an AI shopping assistant on the site that I use. Here's Nick's X. Go follow him. I put his link up there. If you guys want to know about YouTube stuff and YouTube optimization and how to get viral video ideas and how to grow a channel from zero to big, I pay for his product. I don't know how to use it for my particular website. Like, I don't know how to use it for Not Leaving Las Vegas. Do I still fast? No, I'm on to eating every day. If AI is enhancing things, it can be okay. If it's mainly what we are seeing too much, we enjoy creators' contents for themselves. So how much was the shake? We'll tell you. She took my receipt to go prove that I paid for the shake, I guess. I don't know. They're probably going to be like, he ordered it too long ago. I don't know. Is the Sphere the main thing drawing people to Vegas now? No, not even close, man. It's all sporting events and big concerts and huge entertainment and things such as this that are drawing people to the city. And the big major crisis that the city faces right now is that there's a massive shift in the amount of people that can actually afford to come to Vegas right now. People that are coming in have more disposable income. The age demographics are shifting downwards. You guys, anybody get into the SpaceX IPO today? Because I'm going to tell you, if you did that, you are likely going to lose some money if you don't take your profits. I mean, think about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. There you go. So we got our shake. Oh, that's a shake. See? That. Oh, remember Dairy Queen? Did anybody have this experience? Did all the Dairy Queens do this back in the day? Where you buy a cone from Dairy Queen and then you go like this and it doesn't. Look at that. Holy mackerel. That is a shake. So we'll talk about SpaceX. We're going to talk about inflation. We're going to talk about the economy. If you haven't noticed, the economy is absolutely melting down. More people than ever are feeling it. We had a deal, they said, in Iran, and then Iran came out and said we don't have a deal. The price has been an absolute roller coaster. I guess it just so happens that it all happened the day before the SpaceX IPO, so tons of people were in the markets doing everything. How convenient is that? We go back to the question, how much did I pay for the shake at Shake Shack? It's a berry shake. I didn't want to get extra stuff in it. People on meth do that with everything, what they shake it upside down. $5.89. Come on, give me your chats. Tell me what you think I paid. And if you're watching after the stream, feel free to comment after the stream's been live in the chats below, because I read your comments. We have $12, we have $6.95, we have $9.99, we have $9. It's 670 calories, and it's a berry. And what's weird is that the berry, the blackberry, it didn't add anything to it. Now it's starting to move and groove a little bit because it's melting. $14, $4.80, $10.49. So what's funny about this, too, is that, if I buy it from a human, I usually tip the human, right? And I was taken aback by this. What do you guys think about this? Let me show you this. What do you think about the fact that even though, oh heavens, I took it with my wrong phone. You're just going to have to believe me. Even though I used the kiosk to buy this, it asked me for a tip. The kiosk asked me for a tip, but I didn't give a tip to a machine. The answer is this shake on the strip costs $7.59 after the taxes kick in on that. $7.59. But it turns out that if I sign up for the email, 10 lucky people will get a gift card with $75. That is not a very good deal. I'm not giving you my information. Remember when George Travolta pulled Fiction, said $5 shake? Oh, your AI, your autocorrect went nuts. You were asking me, remember when John Travolta in Pulp Fiction said $5 for a shake is too much money? It's only too much money if you don't have it, sir. I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. It is what it is. That is a thick shake. I'm going to give it that. That is not soft serve. That is really good ice cream. And it's got blackberries in it, which is some seasonal thing. How's the new camera? I've posted up almost 2 hours of extra content on Patreon testing that new camera. It's a great camera. I love that camera. I can't wait to stream the strip with that, film the strip with that camera. So, 2-0, and the big thing that everybody's going to tell you now, so a lot of people are going to tell you, is that there's nobody going to the World Cup in America. Absolutely no people coming. Truthfully, there are people in the seats at the World Cup in America. I don't know if it's going to be for the entire time, but I do know that there are people in the seats. I can kind of show you what that looks like if you're not watching the game. I wasn't able to get I will get the best shot of it, but you can see it here behind the players. You can see that that is a full stadium in Los Angeles. That's what they usually call SoFi Stadium, where the LA Chargers play. But you can see all those seats all the way to the very top. Look in the corner underneath the settings icon. Those are full seats. So we do have full seats at the World Cup so far. That doesn't mean that it's going to continue to be full seats. So, you know, people are paying thousands of dollars for things. If you can't, oh yeah, it's fake. Yeah, they faked it. Yeah, they're using digital imagery to fake it. Come on, man. Why do you guys hope and pray and pine for the failures of things? Why is that? Double-digit inflation is on the way? Could be. I can't drink it. It's too thick. I believe it's going to get to 9% inflation. What are you guys going to do when bananas cost $1 a piece? I'm in Vegas right now. Not what it's used to be. Definitely slower than before. My Vegas native. I'm Canadian, born and raised, and I moved to Vegas 20 some odd years ago. 65,000 Scottish people in Boston. That is insane. Because the Scots don't like the Irish, and Boston's mostly Irish. It's true. I don't know if that holds today. Do Scots still not like the English and the Irish? $6.50 or $7.69. I don't think I'm going to finish all of it. There's a lot of sugar and stuff in this. So anyways, my grandmother was from Scotland and she did not like the Irish. See? I know stuff. I'm like Tyrion Lannister, although I don't drink, but I know stuff. Soccer team is really good this time. Good. My grandmother was from Scotland. Bad Company at the Aladdin in 1980. That theater's still there where you saw that. You could go there tonight and see a show probably. I can't remember what it's called now, but it turned into the Zappos Theater for a point. Like Gwen Stefani performed there, Britney Spears, all that. Soccer team is really good. Leave me a comment, guys. Come on. We're going to go stream the strip and take a look at how expensive stuff are and see if it's busy out there. You saw Depeche Mode. Did you wake up and touch faith? Ha ha ha. What concerts have you guys seen in Vegas? I want to go to Foo Fighters this fall at Allegiant, but I don't know necessarily if I want to pay the money they want for it, if it's good for you or if it's good enough. We had my gal Renee. I shouldn't have said her name. That's terrible of me. She passed her prop firm account. So look what she did. She did this over 16 days. This is one of my students for $1K a day. She made $4,700 on this account in 16 days. Passed her account. This cost her $100 to do. And now she gets to take real money out of this account. This is one of my students in my course, 1K a day. On a particular single day, she did 2265. She took 16 days. She should have done it, and she could have done it in 5 days, but she traded for 47.43. They upped her profit target because of this day where she made too much money. But she made $4,700 in 16 days. What's that times 2? Can somebody multiply this times 2 for me? Tell me what that is. Hey, chat, put in the chat. What's 47.43 times 2 times 2? Las Vegas used to be a fun place because of quality and value. Put in the chats. I want to see your math. I want to know if there's a math genius out there. Backstreet Boys at the Sphere was the best concert I've ever been to, other than Garth Brooks. 9,400. So what you're telling me is that I taught my student, her, to make that $9,400 in 30 days? Would that change your life? Would $9,400 in 30 days change your life? I don't know, you tell me. What's that? $115,000 a year, something like that? Is that life-changing? Is that where you can buy a shake at Five Guys and throw half of it away? I don't know. I don't really think I'm going to eat all this, but does it bother me that I spent $8? No. Because we learned a skill. We learned a skill that people don't even understand is a possibility for them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I trade the markets in the morning, but it's the futures markets, and it's the most approachable thing that's ever been pretty much introduced into our whole financial system. I don't give investment advice. I just show people how to look at a chart that has a bunch of lines on it and how to teach them where it's likely going to make a direction one way or the other. And if they click a button, it goes up, they can make some money. And if it goes down in the opposite direction, and if they click a button, they can make some money. My students are 80% right when they click the buttons because they know when to click the buttons, when it's their best opportunity to do anything. And I call it 1K a day, and it's what I do to teach people how to do life-changing things like that, how to learn that. And it's a course that I set up because I took years and years to learn this stuff. And I lost so much time and so much money and so much everything trying to learn how to do these things. So, made a course called 1K a day. And it really, really works. It's changed lives. I got students that made $2,500 a week on average. I have one guy that he's an outlier. He made $45,000 in 6 weeks clicking buttons after he bought my course and learned the markets. Once you learn and you paper trade and you practice, you pay a prop firm, pay $100. Now she has that account. She passed it. She can take real money every single day that she wins, when she wins, out of that account. Sprinkle in some responsible trading tactics so you guys can learn how to not blow accounts, and you're looking at a fantastic opportunity. So that's what I teach people, and that's what I'm super happy about, and I'm super proud of my students when I see that they're doing these things for themselves. It's a video course, 23 hours worth of video, and I had to stop offering it for under $200 because I have to increase my prices. It should be $2,000 for the course. And like I said, all you do is you go in and you learn how to click buttons on a chart. Like, for example, right? I will show you a chart. I'll show you what happened today on the markets. Okay? I'll show you one thing that is easy to understand, right? This morning. Now, there's a lot of lines on this. This might look like gibberish to you, but I promise it's not hard. Watch how simple this is, okay? This morning, we had this line. Do you see the diagonal line? Do you see how every single time it hits the line, it goes up? We just formed a trend. We formed a trend. And then every time it hits the line, it goes in the opposite direction. You can click a button and it goes up. And then if it hits near this purple line and it does a certain thing I teach you in the course. You click a button when it goes down. You make money when it goes down on the markets. The politician you don't like said a dumb thing, it goes down. Click a button, make some money. The AI bubble bursts, it goes down. Click a button, make some money. The war in Iran is over, it goes up. Click a button, make some money. So you get the whole entire course. If it's something you're interested in, why don't you go check out the site for it? If you guys want to get in, you can get in right now for not $2,000, I promise. Right now until the price goes up tomorrow on my next piece of content, type in the code J12, you'll get the entire thing for $204. That's all you'll pay. You pay me $204, that's the price. The 30-day money-back guarantee. Go and learn a skill. Be like Ms. R. She learned a skill that she's proven now in 16 days, doubled up, makes her $9,400 a month. You can't get rich quick, slow and steady. Live below the means and invest for the long run. I guess. Or you can be like Ms. R, who did $4,700 or whatever it was in just like 16 days. You can do what you want to do. So anyways. Then you can throw out half your shake because you don't want to have a glycemic fit and not feel bad about it. All right. And if you do get into the course and I get the email, I'll welcome you in without disclosing your name. I'll call you Ms. R or Mr. K or whatever your name might be. And I'll say welcome to the course if I see it. You need a skill so I can come to Vegas and pay triple for everything. Great money management. Oh, you're just a hater. Don't be a hater. Don't come to Vegas with your skill. I don't care. Look, buy cool stuff with your money. Okay? Here's what you can do with your money if you're like me. Here's what you can do if you're like me. You can see a camera that's not supposed to be on sale on B&H Photo that you've been waiting to launch for the better part of a year, and you can buy the camera knowing that it's $800 and you don't really care because you always wanted this camera, so you bought the damn camera, and then you got next day shipping. And that's life, and that's fun for you now. All right, we're gonna go and take a walk here, and that's what it is. And welcome to my channel, by the way. My name is Stephen J. Campbell. I'm a local Las Vegas resident, and I have been for the past 23 years. I used to work on the Las Vegas Strip that we're going to go explore right now. I did marketing in all sorts of aspects. I handed out coupons, did affiliates with restaurants. I worked in the timeshare business. Heck, I even was so low in my life, so broke, so nothing to me, that I handed out the Naked Lady Slapper cards. I was the guy in November of 2019 screaming, not literally, but telling people, have you seen what they're doing in China with this virus they have? If this comes here, it's a bad thing. At that point, all bets were off. I stopped working on the Strip. I started selling advertising, but progressively, my family kept getting broker and broker. Found my way into trading. It was a crazy long story. Found my way into teaching. Found my way into YouTube content creation, and now here we are, teaching you not to be like me. Majority of Canadians aren't traveling to the USA, including Vegas, because our Canadian dollar is 71 cents to the dollar greenback. Now, on these streams, what I like to do is show you guys Vegas from the ground so you guys know this is the way it really is. And there's no question about it. Vegas is either busy or it's not busy. You see it with your own eyes. We go all over. And today we're going to go Venetian. We're going to try to get over to Harrah's, maybe get down to the Horseshoe. And it's very hot. It is currently 104 degrees. So wish me luck that I don't have my camera melt down and that I don't get melted and destroyed myself. All right, away the nice camera goes. And protected our stuff is so we don't get somebody trying to steal our crap. Hello from New Jersey. Okay. And, oh yeah, by the way, when I talk about my course, it's always handy to have my students give me some kind of a review in the chat. And if you have questions about this, ask them. I will answer you live on camera. The most popular question is, can I do this from the UK? The answer is yes, you can do this from the UK, France, Canada, Spain, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, Ukraine. Did I already say Ukraine? Can't do it from Russia, but let's be honest. Nobody from Russia is watching me right now. So pretty much anywhere, except for like nations that hate America, and also nations in the middle of Africa where they don't really even have running water or electricity. They're not really allowed to participate for reasons. Thank you so much. All right, let's go take a look. Ask me questions. I'll give answers. I love talking. I love the sound of my own voice. So we're rocking iOS 27 on this phone and also on my iPad mini now. I've installed it on my iPad mini. I have full access to the new Siri. This phone feels faster than my iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is an iPhone 16 Pro Max. That says a lot about what's coming for Apple users. You're going to like what you're coming up against this fall. India, yeah, Indians trade a lot. Yeah, India, trading is huge in India, bro. Yep, India trades tons. I don't like to wear a hat anymore. I have so many hats, man. People used to send me hats. Yep. Might as well be walking on the sun because it's so hot outside. I was listening to 90s alternative rock by women mostly when I came in. Like Garbage and Hole, Courtney Love. Technical analysis and charting is gambling when you don't have the knowledge. I agree. Wait, hold on. We got a lot of reviews. What is happening in my chats? Oh my gosh. All my students are coming and saying that I'm so good at this teaching thing. Steve is a great teacher, great course. India wear hat, protective. What is a major crisis hitting the strip tonight? In general, it's just the massive price chasm between the regular people that can afford to come here during in the past anytime, and now just this high dollar crowd that's coming in. The inflation that's hitting us is creeping up slowly but surely. Things are getting more expensive. Consumer confidence is the real crisis, though. People are not feeling good about the economy, and it's starting to reflect in the numbers of people coming in. Subscribe to the channel. I have a video coming out next week where we're going to be on the strip filming with that fantastic Luna camera, which is going to look like I'm using a $4,000 setup when it's really just an $800 thing. And we're going to be talking about casino revenues and profits, and how the casinos are progressively losing money hand over fist in 2025 into 2026. I'll stick with Android. Fine. Is it possible you could explain if once we buy the program, what's the minimum to trade? That's fine, Ruby. So Ruby says this. This is a good question. It's actually an intelligent question. Can you explain if we once buy the program, what the minimum to open an account to start trading is and who you trade with? Would 500 start, or you need $5,000 or $10,000? Well, here's the thing. You don't need that much money. That's ridiculous. In 1K a day, I'm giving you the knowledge to understand how to read price action. I'm live. What's up, brother?
I've been looking for you for 20 years.
Do I owe you money?
I wanted to give you money.
Oh, well, you don't have to give me money.
Talk to you off camera, though.
Well, I'm sorry. Streaming, yeah. It's okay.
You around. I'll be here for another 6 days, Stephen.
Well, you could send me an email. Do you have my email?
Stephen, when's the last time somebody flipped out one of these?
Oh, that's cool. I actually admire that because I don't like all my. No, I don't think it's stupid.
60 years old, and I have 4 girlfriends that are not 60 years old.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I need help with this.
Well, that's their problem
My
because
36-year-old girlfriend taught me how to text or leave, so I learned how to text.
Well, I wish I could put my phones away. I really do.
I know you can. I've been watching you forever.
Yeah.
So I've been coming here 36 years.
Right.
So in 1990.
I got you.
That's before you, isn't it?
Yeah, I came here in '95
I know,
first time.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I know you're live.
Yeah.
What's new with your wife? What you can say.
Well, she's got a medical thing that's not life-threatening that makes it hard to fly. So we're dealing with that and trying to get her back as soon as possible.
Steve,
It's not fun.
every day I watch you.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, brother. What's your name?
Curtis from Minnesota.
Curtis from Minnesota. Charlie Brown territory. I love it. That's
Been
cool.
here 4 times this year already. I'm coming back 2 more times before August.
Okay.
I've been to 40 states and 10 countries. My favorite place in the whole world.
Well,
I've
congrats.
been to Aruba, Jamaica,
I love it.
Mexico.
Do you text off that phone or what?
I do. You want to
Okay.
text me?
Well, yeah, but you can't.
give you my phone
No.
number.
No. There's like 300 people watching,
I don't-
so that would
I
be.
care. I don't care.
No,
By the
you-
way,
no.
I retired at 55.
That's awesome. You really should care because
Well,
there's.
I do care. I mean,
there's always a side.
55 people are going to call me.
That's
I don't care about that.
Yeah, you don't care. You do care. Just type it in.
No.
No,
wait? I
it's
can't
gonna
whisper?
pick it up. So let me see here.
Why don't I type it in my phone?
You type it in your phone. That's fine. I love it.
See?
I'm trying to look out for you, brother. This is like, yeah. Okay, so it's 312. No, it's a joke.
Steven's trying to make a joke.
It's a good joke. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. So you do text, right?
I do.
Okay, so I'm going to text you right now. And that's, can you visually
Set up a time.
confirm that I got that right on the screen? Can you see my screen? Make sure I got that right. Okay, cool.
No, let me make sure.
Yeah.
Where am I looking?
Just the green on the top, the green
Ooh,
numbers.
that's hard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, here's the deal.
Yeah.
You know when you're 60 and you got 30 and 40-year-old girlfriends?
You know when you're 40 something and you got thick glasses? So I know I know the ice.
I got cheaters.
Yeah, I can't wear cheaters. I wear these full time, so you're good.
Perfect. Tell me
Okay.
a date. And I'm here until Wednesday.
Okay.
So
cool.
today is Friday. So I'm
Probably
here.
something on Sunday after I'm done or before I'm
I
on.
want to meet with you,
Okay.
and I'm going to give you some money.
You don't have to give me money, but that's all
No,
right.
I'm going to give you money.
Okay, well, that's nice of you, but I don't need it, but thank you. God bless you, man. I mean it, Curtis. You're nice.
I want to tell you this. I moved here.
Yeah.
I moved here for one day.
And then, yeah, the
And
heat.
I'll tell you the story.
Okay, we'll talk. All right, Curtis?
So
Be good.
call me when you're available,
Yep.
or you can call me or text me whenever you want.
Okay.
And if I'm not with my girlfriends, I'll call you and text you back.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, thank you, Steve.
All right, God bless. Take care. Okay, I have nothing if I don't have an audience, and that was Curtis from the land of Minnesota. As Jesse the Body Ventura once said. I was the governor of Minnesota. That's what he once said. Hi from Edmonton. So to get back to your question, we got slightly derailed because I love my viewers so much. And I'm like legit. If I don't have viewers, I got nothing. What's the point? You're talking to an echo chamber with one person watching and it's your mom on YouTube. You don't want that. And my mom doesn't watch my videos. She ghosts me more than Curtis ever would. Oh, that's sad. To answer your question about the course, you don't need 500 or 1,000. None of that stuff. No 10,000. People use what are called prop firms, and so you paper trade, you practice trade with what I teach in the course. You get it so where you have it's fake money, paper trading, but it's practice. You don't lose anything. You don't win anything. You do that long enough to where you can maintain a $5,000 balance all the time, starting from essentially zero paper trading money. And then you're winning 80% of your trades. Then you can do a prop firm. It's $100 to do the test, hit a profit target in the market, and then be off to the races and get an account. They move you to an account where you could actually take money out. That's your investment. $100 for the prop firm account, And if you fail the prop firm account, you can get back up there, but I recommend you stop and you paper trade some more if you fail it. Always say you have 4 girlfriends on camera. Curtis probably does have 4 girlfriends. He's probably seen some stuff. It's like one of those Vietnam guys. Like, I seen some ish, man. I gotta stop cursing. I'm one of your students from Florida. Great to catch you live doing the course and almost ready to test. All right, Susan. Awesome stuff. Oh, there was motion in my bedroom. It's probably my kitty cat. It's probably, little angel's wandering around. She has to get out of that bedroom tomorrow. My cat went blind the other day. And I had to take her back to the vet today because of reasons that I won't get into. We thought maybe one of the steroid they put her on was causing a massive... I didn't want her to lose her eye. And then they said, actually, she's improved in the last few days. So maybe there's hope. Not maybe. There's always hope, dude. There's always hope. How dare I say maybe? Anyways. Oh, somebody's staring at a plant. That's so scary. What does that mean? I don't know. I missed a bunch of chats when I was talking to Curtis from Minnesota. Jesse the Body Ventura. Mr. Conspiracy Theorist. Is this slow for LV? I think it's slow, but people are like, you're dumb. Shut up. Doom and gloomer. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. The average person coming here How much do you think the average person that affords Vegas comes here? How much do you think they make for their household? Put it in the chats. What do you think the dollar amount in US dollars the average person coming to Vegas on a regular basis makes? I'm going to tell you, I know the stat. I know it's burned into the back of my eyeballs. We got 75,000. Come on, more. Somebody else has to guess this. Like, you can't be the only one. 100K, 120K plus, 90K. I'm going to tell you the person, but I need you guys to share and comment. Over 100K. It's over 100K. I left Vegas 15 years ago. After living there 30 years, I reconnected with a lady friend driving down next week to get her out of there. All right, there you go. 85K, 77,000. You meant 70, I'm sure. 84, 160. The answer is $144,000, college educated, or university, and a professional. That's the average person coming to Vegas mostly on a regular basis now. Okay? They're having a different experience than most people that ever used to come here. Because most people that used to come here were making $60,000 for the household. They were coming in, staying at the Imperial Palace for $20 a night with no resort fees, gambling $200, having a $25 buffet for the two of them, and leaving. Not anymore. This place is empty as hell. Hey, brother, I agree with you about Vegas. I don't think it sucks here, though. If you make good money in this town is the best town in the world. You joking? Are you serious? Look what's happening on any given moment. Marquee entertainment coming into town. You know, people can see any sport here pretty much. I mean, the A's are coming. That's baseball. Basketball plays out here. We're going to have a team in a few years. We got hockey. We got football. We're going to have Major League Soccer soon, it looks like. They're trying to move the Vancouver Whitecaps to Vegas. The team's been for sale in Vancouver now for many, many years. Finally thinking of trying to move it here and build a $1 billion soccer stadium for it. It's slow for a Friday. Absolutely it is. But that's what it is. So, make more money. That's all I can tell you. I'm going to put my course up again. So go ahead and click on it if you want to learn more. There's a 4-minute explainer video. All my modules are up there. I'll show you guys. And I can't charge. I can't. This is the cheapest it'll ever be. $204. It's the least expensive it'll ever sell for. Next time I do, it'll be even more. And then eventually, I don't know what the next jump is. $250, $299. I don't know. When I get people that are doing so well, is it worth it? I think so. You know so. 23 hours of content. Mark, aren't you supposed to be at dinner with your wife? Here you are watching this Yahoo yammer on about stuff. Did I get SpaceX? I wouldn't buy SpaceX. Are you kidding me? You guys realize that if you bought the SpaceX IPO, it shot up 30% today. Institutional money considers 30% a massive, massive, massive gain. They have a price target. You don't know what it is. They're going to sell. And when institutional money sells, they're going to pull the rug out. And you're going to be sitting there left holding your stocks wondering what happened. And when it sinks down to $80 and you bought in it for $135 or $145, sorry, buddy. Yeah, I mean, if you bought it at 162, I think you already lost money. And I'm not trying to be rude to you. I really do. I think if you bought it at 162, I think it closed around there today or maybe a little lower. So you bought SpaceX at 162. Let me show you something once we get inside. I made a chart for you guys. I made a chart. I had an idea and I used... and I made a chart of some IPOs so you guys can understand how dumb it is right now. If you buy SpaceX, all you're doing is making Elon Musk's micro penis a little bit bigger. so he can say that he's the first trillionaire ever. Good for him. Like, nobody cares, bro. So here we got the game. 3-0 for America. USA is bidding par. There's the FIFA, I know, where you get kicked in the shin and you ride on the ground like you got shot in the chest with a bullet. Meanwhile, people like me watching the National Hockey League, watching Braden McNabb get shot in the face with a puck at 87 miles per hour and then come back the next game. They basically sewed his nose back on his face. And then you got guys in the FIFA that are writhing around on the ground for 20 minutes like they had a sledgehammer taken to their kneecaps. Oh, you hit my shin. Ay, 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 hurts so bad. Shut up. Sorry. Oh, I think Elon Musk is an interesting fellow. I've completely lost respect for him after he went on a horrible rant and tried to burn down his entire political party over some stupid crap with Donald Trump. That's not a rational human being. That's an emotional person. And you don't want to put your money with emotional people. Emotional people do irrational things. This is why Steve Jobs was basically kicked out of Apple. Because at the time he was never well suited to be a CEO. Steve Jobs had to go on this arc of character development for him to be an appropriate CEO of a company. It took a lot. He had mentors along the way. He had to learn things. But here's a graphic I made for you as to why you probably shouldn't buy into SpaceX right now, and you should be patient and wait. Let me see here. Why, man? It might have been a mistake to install the iOS beta on this. Here's the graphic for you guys. So this is a list of the top 5 IPOs by capital raised, and at the top we have Saudi Aramco, $25 billion. Its IPO priced out at $8.53 a share. It peaked at $9.50 and it sank down to $6.40, so you lost money on that one. You lost 33% of your initial investment when you bought it live on the day one. Alibaba, $68, $25 billion. This sank down to $58, so you actually lost a ton from its peak to its drop. It dropped 82% from its peak frenzy. We have SoftBank out of Japan in 2018. 1,500 yen went up to 1,560, dropped to 860. You lost 45%. Over here we have NTT Docomo, another Japanese company. It went in from 5x its IPO to 85% below its peak, 85% drop. And then we have Visa in 2008 going public, $44 a share. Peaks at $50, drops to $8. And look at in the course of a year, you bought in at the top, you lost 84% on your Visa. So this is why you probably shouldn't be buying into SpaceX right now. But I don't give financial advice. I teach people how to click buttons on a screen and, 2 minutes later make $100 or $200 and then close it down and call it a day. And if you did that 5 times a day, 5 times a week on average, and if you did that 4 weeks a month, well, guys, what's 500 times 4 for 15 minutes a day? What is Bruce doing? Is Bruce being a bit of a... Does Bruce have sand in his vajayjay? I think he's going through this game. What a waste of time. Well, that's for you, Bubba. Sorry that you feel that way. But lots of people get great reactions with it. It's just you. You're the problem. So that's what usually happens, though. Buying stock in a company that loses money. Yeah, the only part of SpaceX that makes money is SpaceX. Right? No, Starlink. Starlink makes money. I saw ads during the Stanley Cup Finals yesterday for Starlink. Fast, cheap internet, global internet. It makes sense. But here's what I was thinking the other day, okay? We're down at the link right now. I was thinking this the other day. Oh, by the way, click buttons, get your base hits. Can you do $100 a day? Probably, I don't know, maybe. Would that help you out if it took 15 minutes and you did that several days in a row? Most definitely. Click the link, go learn more. Get 1K a day before the price goes up tomorrow, because it goes up every day. And if you don't believe me, go watch some of my older streams, because it was 203 yesterday or 2 days ago. Why am I so upset? I'm not upset about anything. I'm just trying to guard people to use their thinking and not their emotions. But here's what I want to point out to you guys. And by the way, the minute we put a camera down here at this place, they come over and tell me no professional filming. Even though I don't take any super chats. So, here's a question for you. If a man walked up to you today and he said, I need you to come invest in my company, and you said, well, it depends. What does your company do? And he said, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly people to space stations. We're gonna put slingshots on the Earth that shoot them up there. We're gonna put a base on the moon. We're gonna put a base on Mars. We're gonna build robots that take over everything. And then you say, well, how much money do you make? This company sounds insane. And he says, we lose $3 billion a year. Would you invest in that man? But that man's Elon Musk. You're like, take my wallet. How does that make sense? It makes zero sense. It makes no sense. Everybody's all in on Elon Musk. Because Musk is charismatic as hell. Because Musk is the American dream epitomized. And I am not criticizing him. A guy that comes from South Africa. But a lot of you will say that he was very rich. And his father owned a diamond mine. His father also beat him mercilessly and made him bleed in the shower because he hit him so hard. I mean, but you know, you come to America and you have this thing, this character arc, you know? And so that's why people are buying into SpaceX, part of it. You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah, whatever. Shut up. I don't hate Elon. You know what? If you think I hate Elon, I'm just gonna start banning people who say stupid stuff like that. But, you know, whatever. Did he invent Tesla? No, he muscled his way into Tesla. I'm like, everything has been him muscling his way into something. You know, this is a man who bought Twitter for $44 billion, and now the company's worth half the price a couple of years later. And you're throwing money at him. If that same conversation with that guy that's not Elon Musk, so you say, what about your other investments? Well, I bought a social media platform. How much did you pay? $44 billion. Wow, how's it doing? It's worth $20 billion. Wait, you lost 52% or something? Yeah, but it's going to get better. I'm just misunderstood. You know, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Elon Musk didn't come out with Teslas. Elon Musk went to a company that made electric cars and got into the company and pushed the company in a direction. But he didn't invent Teslas. I can't believe they're putting another Bojangles here. It's insane. Okay, here's what I highly recommend all of you guys, and I don't usually like Wikipedia very much, but why don't you just go to his own AI? Why don't you just go to his own AI? I mean, as a matter of fact, I can do it right now. His own AI, which he says is the most fair and balanced AI in the world, and we'll ask it. Did Elon Musk invent Tesla? Who invented the company? You know, because you don't trust anything, right? You say Wikipedia, blah blah blah. I know where you're coming from. So here's Grok. No, Elon Musk did not inventor found Tesla. It was invented by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tapperning. Eberhard and Tapperning found and bootstrapped Tesla. They raised funds. Elon Musk leads the series funding. Musk becomes CEO in 2008. It's a negotiation thing. It's a money thing. He's good. He's charismatic. He comes in and he TOs companies and then says, here's my company, Tesla. And then flash forward, 22 years later, we're all giving him credit for inventing Teslas. Teslas are gay. Why don't you so... Why are Teslas so gay and lame? Just ask Grok that question. I don't know what it'll say. It might be interesting. Let's see if it defends Teslas. Teslas get called gay or lame for a mix of cultural vibes, practical gripes, and car guy tribalism. Silent electric, no balls. Sometimes AI can be fun, man. I'm telling you. Sometimes you can have a blast with it, bro. Now, what you need to understand is that I'm in the southwestern United States, right? So we have a ton of EVs out here. They're perfect for this climate. You own one in Chicago, you got another thing coming. You need an IQ test. But, you know, out here we don't have cold weather. So your car starts all the time. Your battery lasts long. It's great. And out here we get a ton of Cybertrucks. People were, I just saw a Cybertruck. I'm like, dude, they've had them here for months. Everybody drive them from Cali to here. They buy them here. Tons of new money coming into Vegas. Anyway, the seams on a Cybertruck, $130,000 Cybertruck. They had this Beast Edition that they sold. They're not seamed upright. There's gaps. It's not like you paid $130,000 for a thing and it doesn't. But anyway, whatever. You guys are having crazy conversations about other stuff, so I'm not saying anything right now. Everybody makes up their... I'm telling you the truth, but, you know, this, and then they call me a hater. I'm just speaking the truth. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Sometimes it's hard to see an opinion that's contradictory to yours because you want to have your own echo chamber reinforcement in your head. You know, and then we tell you a thing and it's a fact and it's sitting right in front of you. His own AI says he didn't invent it. He came in 2004 and in 2008, came in a year after it was founded. Raised funds for it and somehow became the CEO. Okay, then that creates what's called cognitive dissonance in your head. You don't like that because it doesn't feel good. It's not a place of comfort for you. There's special plans. They do fireworks every year. I haven't seen anything about Vegas celebrating America's 250 particularly. I guess they're doing fireworks on Saturdays, is that right? I think I've heard that, and then they're like, we're doing it every day in June, and then, or every weekend in June, and then July 4th is going to be a big, expensive one. Did you know? Okay. So we're behind the strip right now. Let's go and see if we can get into Vanderpump before they kick us out. Caesars is famous for kicking people out. Wow, we got all the pedicabs down here. They used to not have these. They used to have these, and they did not have these, and now they have these. Yeah, Costco, Sam's Club, they're always busy, man. There's so much stuff going off the strip development-wise. They just opened a brand new Costco store in the last year. That's a big deal when they do that. It's not worth it anymore. Vegas is just not worth it anymore. Hasn't been for a long, long time. Can you do 1K a day on a cell? Yeah, you can do it on a cell phone. Not a course on any device, yeah. Could watch 1K a day on a phone, a tablet, a computer. But doing your trading on a cell phone, you can do it. Yeah, if you run into problems, just ask me. I'm here. I have a special email for all of my students. If you guys want to get into it, go to the site, type in J12. You get it for $204 before the price goes up again and again and again, because I'm out of. I'm out of those sub 200 levels. It was 197 just about a week ago. Yeah, it takes the price. J10 is the code. It takes the price down to 204. That's the only price you'll pay me for that. So there you go. Sam's Club slow. No, the one near me is always busy. I like me some Sam's Club. Real ass hat, no man. Oh, seriously, look at this person. Real ass hat today. Unsubscribe. You think anybody cares? You think anybody cares what you say? You're the kind of person that when you were younger, you're playing basketball, soccer, whatever, and it's your ball, and somebody disagrees with you or says something you don't like. They tell you that Sega Genesis is better than Super Nintendo, and you just storm off. I'm still streaming.
Vlogging too?
Yes.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Good, good. So these are the charging stations for Teslas. I don't know if there's any graffiti on any of these. Gotta imagine they'd be pretty well kept. Usually there's a lineup out here. Well, at least in the years past there has been. But not now. A little bit slower. Ugh. Yeah, I can I check my own stream on my phone. It looks like it's working okay to me. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Tesla power charger. I like to fill up 2 minutes, not 20. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. My stream's fine. Hey, brother, I do like your channel. I like your cause and what you're doing. Thank you so much. Vegas is still worth it if you have a rewards card and gamble a lot. The rewards cards have all the free meals and free rooms. Rewards cards changed everything and it won't go back. You think you're the first person that unsubscribed from me? Sorry, I'm just me. I'm doing my thing. I'm not going to change and bow down to whatever conformity version you want. And if you do that in life with people, I find your mission in life shouldn't be to offend as many people as possible. That's not the right way to do it. But at the same time, your mission in life simply can't be to bow down and bend over for as many people as you can and make everybody happy, because it's impossible to make everybody happy. Absolutely impossible. It's a lesson you learn if you watch Tony Robbins. You know, a lady comes up to him and talks about how she just tries so hard to make her family happy. Give them everything they want. Excuse me. And he asks, what happens when they get everything that they want? Aren't they just going to want more? And she thinks about it and he goes, and if they just always want more, how are you ever going to get happy? So whatever you do, don't spend your whole life trying to placate people, but don't be on a mission to offend folks either. You have to find a balance. What's the building that's going up? There's no building around here. Everything out here is built out. It's not like Idaho, friendly Idaho, where it's cold most of the time and you most likely have tons of structural problems that only happen in rural states. Like, there's a whole mess of things that happen when you live in the middle of America. And you live in a big city, you've got one set of problems. When you live in a small rural community, you have a whole nother set of problems. You know, it's not for everybody. The city life isn't for everybody. And also the rural life isn't for everybody. So I mean, you know, not for you. That's okay. Guess what? I'm for truth seekers and people who want to improve their lives. You know? See, Bruce, Idaho. I got my man Tobin on top of it. It's only cold 5 months of the year. What a miserable shit place then. Sorry. Because I lived in a city north of you where it was only cold 6 months of the year. Like most of September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months. Miserable. It's a miserable shit. I know I shouldn't curse, right? But I'm just going to say it because it emphasizes words. Miserable, shitty place to live when you can't go out of your house without bundling up for half of the year. That's not a fun experience to have in life. That's not the way humans are meant to be. USA 3, yes. Somebody on my chat keeps telling me that Idaho is the most idyllic place in the world to live, but my opinion is that that's often not the case. Tell me some things about Idaho that would shock most people if they really knew them. Just curious. I'm just asking questions. Let's see what it says. Despite rural family value reputation, Idaho has a serious meth and opioid fentanyl problem. Overdose deaths have spiked hard, hundreds annually, with fentanyl involved in a big chunk. Meth labs and arrests have been persistent issues in towns like Twin Falls. Rural isolation and economic pockets of despair equals classic recipe for hidden addiction. Idaho's gem state nickname comes with poison. Decades of silver, lead, and other mining left massive Superfund sites, especially in Coeur d'Alene Basin, one of the largest in the U.S. lakes and rivers contaminated with heavy metals that have poisoned children historically and still leach out today. Fish advisories, sediments full of toxic chemicals, and ongoing fights over new mines. Statewide crime is relatively low, but certain spots punch above their weight. Garden City, Caldwell, Twin Falls, Idaho Falls. Elevated violent property theft crime in the region, meth and drug-related, drives a lot of this. The safest state marketing ignores local pockets where it's sketchy after dark. Extremist magnet. North Idaho has long reputation of having malicious white nationalists and far-right preppers. Idaho's suicide rate is notably high. Poor mental health days and depression stats don't match the idyllic outdoors cure-all narrative. Alcohol flows heavily too, with alcohol's rates high, some of the highest in the nation. Wow. But hey, it's cheap to live there. You know, there's also Idaho potatoes in northern Nevada. You want to hear a weird fact about Nevada? We're the biggest exporter of onions in the United States of America. There, you didn't know that. Now you do. You got potatoes and cows and meth and fentanyl and overdoses and violent crimes and nationalists and militias. I moved to Montana, man. But it gets colder the further north you go. My guy, you've kept me informed since the pandemic. Appreciate it, Prez. That's nice of you to say, bro. Well, my suspicions is that I'm so damn ignorant that I didn't know how big the NBA Finals are have been confirmed, because streamed on Wednesday night against the NBA Finals. Couldn't pull 250 plus people. Now we have 386 beautiful people watching. Thank you. If you have to work, they don't pay that good up here. So jobs are not great either. Interesting. Starlink. Look, they're advertising Starlink right on the post now. Hey, Fiji water. $4 at a gas station. $9 on the strip for a small one. The fact is, guys, you're not going to avoid any of the problems I just listed that Idaho has anywhere else. I was only trying to prove a point because Bruce Idaho literally hijacked my entire chat thread for about 10 minutes straight talking about how great Idaho is. But the reality is, Idaho's no different than Montana or Utah. Utah has some of the highest divorce rates in the country. Did you know that? Utah has the highest divorce rate in America. Why? Well, every state's unique. You know, in Utah, the LDS Church teaches that, if your spouse isn't totally down with Mormonism and you feel a little shaky on their faith, you should find another spouse and you should be married for when you want to ascend to the highest level of heaven that the Mormons have. So they have high divorce rates. Idaho, very rural state. It's easy to hide and grow meth, and jobs are hard. Bruce even admitted it. But I'm not hating on Bruce. I'm proving a point, right? Everywhere you go, because Idaho has gorgeous mansions worth $10 million in the valleys near the ski resorts too. Everywhere you go requires money. We don't worship money over here. If you're new to the channel, you might say, why is this guy so focused on money? What a gross guy. I'm focused on Jesus. I literally wear a band that says God's got this on my wrist. But I do know that money is unfortunately what runs the earthly plane that I live on right now when I interact with things and people, and I needed to get along. So I tell you to make more. Oh, and marriages are so healthy in Vegas. I didn't say they were healthy in Vegas, Bruce. Bruce, I want to point out what you're doing. You're doing a projection, right? Like, you're trying to project onto me something I never said. I never said was the case. Never said marriages were better in Vegas. As a matter of fact, Bruce, I said the opposite. I said every problem that exists anywhere in America also exists elsewhere in America. Some states have individual problems that other states don't have. And they have more or less of one thing, and more of one thing and less of other things. What did Zach ask? Let's see. Zach said, what did Zach say? Vegas always looks like a clean city. On the strip, when I show you the strip, yes. Very clean over here. Money is just a tool. So I was just using that as an example that you can find faults in anywhere. You just have to look for them. You can also find beauty in anything. You just have to look for it. You can look at what I do and you can find faults in it. We had somebody today say that I was a scammer because I offer an educational course on reading charts and clicking buttons. Now, I showed you the email from my student She made $4,700 in 16 days profits. And that's 90 some odd hundred, 90. It's hot out here. My brain stopped working. That's like 9 grand, 10 grand a month. Now, you can look at that negatively or you can look at it positively. Which way you want to roll. It may not be for you to do it, but, you know, if you want to hate on me, you're hating on yourself. You're missing an opportunity. If you want to learn more about my opportunity, 1K a day, click the button below. You don't need $1,000 or $10,000 to trade with. That's not how this works. It's with prop firms where you prove your skills after learning the material with a test. Then you're off to the races and you can actually possibly make money off this stuff. So click the link. Go get it for $204. Use the code J12. It'll never be cheaper than $204 ever again. End of story. It's going to get more expensive as we go. How's the water level at Lake Mead? Not good. Progressively worse. Vegas will have water until the end of time. Hoover Dam will stop producing electricity. That's the bigger story. You know, when SoCal goes partially dark or has more throttled, you know, power outages, when the crops in Southern California can't be grown, then we're going to be in a lick of world of trouble. And we already have inflation coming in. CPI data came in at 4.2%. I say next is 4.8. Then it's going to go up to 9%. You guys need to do something about it. You like my course, but you can't get it? Why can't you get it, Troy? Why can't you get my course, Troy? Why do you still have him commenting? He's been on my channel forever. He's been an invaluable part of my YouTube career. If you guys want to mute him, you could. I don't suggest it, but you can actually right-click on a name or hold on a name if you're on mobile. And then you can mute the account you don't want to hear from. You may not have known that. That's a thing that YouTube's had for years. So I don't know why you can't get my course. My course is accessible to anybody. Oh, you're on Social Security. Okay. Yeah, financially, guys, you shouldn't buy stuff you can't afford. I don't ever tell people to get it. I guess if I was the scammer people claim I was, I would tell Troy to get it because it would solve all of his problems overnight, but that's not the case. It takes practice and time. Everybody has equal opportunity. But it's not for people who are under hardships, that's for sure. I had tacos a few weeks ago. That stuff made me so grossed out for 2 days. Roberto's Tacos. I think they changed their oil to something super cheap. I'm a student and I love the course. Yeah, if we get some student reviews, that'd be great too.
Unless you tell her, nigga.
How much stuff is not open down here? So Fat Tuesday's opened. Okay. They're closed. I don't know if they're closed out of business or if they're closed like because it's Friday and there's no traffic here. I'm not sure if any, but these are definitely not open right now. Like, huh, so weird. Oof. Wow, there's usually a bunch of traffic here, but maybe it's because of the weather, I don't know. This is the main thoroughfare that connects Las Vegas Boulevard north, and then you got to go through here to go south. This is the bazaar shops in front of Bally's. I've heard these are going away, actually. I don't know what they plan on putting here, but probably more giant, huge buildings. These weren't here when this first opened. Look at all the whales in Vegas. Okay, so somebody said they want to see the No Doubt at the Sphere. I would actually advise you against that. I would recommend you go on YouTube and look at how the Sphere has been utilized for No Doubt, because unlike other shows where it's a 360 entertainment experience, well, not quite 360, but you catch my drift. No Doubt has not really used the space appropriately, and what typically happens is this, okay? Band comes to Vegas, residency at the Sphere. They draw them out of retirement with ludicrous amounts of money. Band does really well in Vegas. No Doubt sells a bunch of seats, makes money. Then they say, let's go on a tour. And if they're going to not use the Sphere, and all they're doing at No Doubt, the concert, No Doubt is a 90s alternative swing / band. They're kind of alternative swing, ska, whatever. I was listening to No Doubt just today coming in. I was on my playlist of female 90s stuff. And what they're doing is they're simply putting video of them performing behind the band performing. That's not really something to pay $500 or $800 for. So wait till they tour, because they'll probably do a tour since their popularity is key and peak. And then from there, we're going to turn our noise isolation up. Okay.
You want me.
That's better.
And when I feel I can't go on, you come
And then when they're at their peak of popularity, they tour in your hometown, you get to see them at a fraction of the price. Yeah, I don't walk into the other me because his channel thinks I hate him. I don't hate him. I think Mark is a very good filmmaker. I've seen some videos that he's done that are travel vlogs that are 10 out of 10 home runs, but his channel, his audience, some of them try to come into me and start crap, and I just don't, so I like Mark. He's on I have him in my phone. We've texted before in the past. I think he's a talented guy that shoots lots of different unique things. But I don't bump into YouTubers. It's not my thing. Excuse me. Keep up the good work. Straight up, like the ambition. Cool, thanks, Bruce. Appreciate you. Oh, sneezy, lemon breezy. So why aren't the Vegas resorts lowering rates? And then Zach said exactly what I would have said. They don't have to lower rates. People are willing to pay what the market is willing to charge. Right now, the market is charging a lot. Right now, the RevPAR is dropping, though, because people aren't coming into town. Attendance in Vegas was, visitorship was down in April. Down in April from 2025, which says a lot because 2025 was the year when Vegas was quote-unquote dead. So riddle me this, Batman. May, June, July, everybody online started saying Vegas is dead. Okay. Well, if April 2025 numbers are over here and then April 2026 numbers come out, we look at April 2025, we look at April 2026. April 2026 is lower than April of 2025. So explain to me how all these so-called influencers are gaslighting you right now, saying that Vegas is busier than it was 2025. The official reports for the city show it's not. But okay. Some Vegas live streamers, show me the live streamer. Tell me the name. We have a pretty mighty big proclamation. And the comment is, some Vegas live streamers have now reached 300,000 to 400,000 subscribers. Which one that just live streams? Live streamers, right? That's what they do on a regular basis. I want you to tell me which one that is. Maybe I'm missing it. I don't know. Jacob doesn't live stream. Norma does once in a while. Turn It Up World does big events. Travel Ruby sometimes. In general, they're not live stream channels, though. Who else is there? Pomsy, he does slots. I don't know if he streams. Anyway. But look, gaslight the guy that has a YouTube business and expect no pushback. I'm gonna go inside because my phone is starting to chug along. Well, they're not a live stream channel, dude. They post up static videos. If you go to their channel, they'll post 10 videos, 20 videos, 30 videos, do a live stream. It's what I should be doing to grow my channel. I should not be live streaming. The live streams actually lose me people because people don't like me. They like my information. I'm fine with that. Jesus loves me. My wife loves me. My father loves me. My heavenly father loves me. Paris, baby. Paris. Jaycation has a 400,000 or 5. I'm not good at reading things. Can you tell me that? Is that 3 or 400,000 that I see on there? Because I'm blind. I like Jaycation. He's a really good, talented streamer. But again, if you're going to come in and gaslight the guy that lives and breathes YouTube, expect some pushback. I love you guys to death. But I'm not here to be made a fool. What that person was doing was saying that to make me upset, like I'm lesser than or something. And do you guys want to know a secret about YouTube in 2026? Say yes in the chats. Do you want to know a secret about YouTube in 2026? Say yes in the chats. Nothing's wrong with Pomsy. Pomsy's got an amazing channel. Pomsy's one of the best video editors I've ever seen on YouTube. I watch Pomsy's videos and I want to keep watching. So, subscribers don't matter to YouTube in 2026. Subscribers don't matter to YouTube in 2026. And you can tell by looking at a channel now that has a big subscriber base, and I'm talking millions of followers. Look at the average number of views a channel like Food Theory gets now. They might pull in 100,000 views on a fresh upload of a video, but a year ago, that same video would get 500,000 views. Consistently 1 year ago, with a smaller audience, a channel like Food Theory, which is a great channel, would get 500,000 views consistently. In 2026, a bigger subscriber base, they pull in 100 to 150, maybe 200,000 views. Why is this? This is because YouTube stopped sending it to your current subscriber base as much. You guys have a major problem, some of you. You don't even know I exist half the time. I post uploads. You come into my chat, Steven, I haven't seen a video of yours in 6 weeks. I've been here the whole time. YouTube stopped telling your current audience about you. And it hit every single YouTube channel across the entire board. So, if you're not, and I know why this is, and it's a long, complicated explanation. Nobody wants to hear it. And if you want to hear my long, complicated explanation, say yes. I'll explain the algorithm to you. Anybody want to know what the YouTube algorithm is really doing? Say yes in the chat. If you want to know. Somebody wants to know. I got one yes. I got 2 yeses. Here's what's happening on YouTube, okay? You all have things you're interested in right now and for the next few weeks and maybe for the next few years. Here's how this goes though, okay? Time was you subscribe to a channel, like my channel. My channel does economics. This is what this channel is. I'm giving you my channel. We call this our constitution. Everything has a constitution. Churches have constitutions, clubs have them, countries have them. My channel gives you economic news from a Vegas perspective with Vegas as a case study. Subscribe if you're interested. That's my idea. That's my channel. Now, what happens is you might really be into economics right now. So you come into my channel. Hey, buddy, what's up? Nice to see you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. God bless you. So you come into my channel, you like the economy stuff right now, you're watching other economic channels, you click subscribe, you might even hit the bell for notifications. Then you start looking because you're going to adopt a puppy. So you start watching videos on animal adoption. And you watch 5 videos on animal adoption. And all of a sudden your feed is full of animal adoptions. Now, that was weeks ago that you subscribed to me, but YouTube wants to push more of what you're looking at right now on you. So you're not going to see when I upload a video talking about how resort fees have spread out across America and are now causing havoc in the economy for the regular person and explaining the history of this. You're going to see puppy adoption videos even though you subscribe to me. Are you following along? Can I get a heck yeah if you're following along and you understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. So YouTube is following the audience so tightly right now to keep them on the platform that the minute they have a little divergence in their interests, their old subscriptions are largely gone. So YouTube stops showing you to your initial audience. And now the audience is fed things based on what they're interested in the moment. And then YouTube runs AdSense, and AdSense is one of the biggest advertising platforms on the planet. And if you're not using Apple Safari to browse, you're being tracked very heavily. If you're using Brave browser, you're smart. Good for you. But if you're not using Safari or Brave browser, Apple knows what you're doing. It knows that you went and researched a scooter for your son. So now you start seeing scooter stuff in your YouTube feed, even though you never even searched for it on YouTube. Because you went to typed in scooter reviews. Now YouTube starts feeding you that. Maybe you watch one of those and you get into that. Now you're all over. Make sense? Makes sense. So that's my channel though. I give you the economy with Vegas as a case study. I pin everything back to the city. I'm going to be going back out to the strip to film with my Insta360 Luna Ultra camera that I bought just a few days ago. We're going to do a lot of stuff from the strip, once a week at least, I'm hoping. And I'm still going to do updates and live streams. But I'm all over the map with what I do. But I distill it down to that. So if you're down for that, I'm begging you to subscribe because you're going to have a great time on my channel. Until you decide that you want to grow orchids. And then you're only going to see orchid videos and my channel will go bye-bye. Unless you click the bell for all notifications, not just personalized, and then you'll be notified when I do everything. Yeah, I don't see ads. I pay $20 a month for YouTube Premium. I do. And just to prove to you that I am not a crackpot, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Okay? Here's a channel called Food Theory. It has 5.53 million followers. One of the biggest channels on the interwebs. 5 million followers, only 158,000 views in 3 days, 179,000 in 8. But they have 5 million followers. 1 year ago, 719,000, 595,000, 828,000, 536,000. 435,000, 800,000. Flash forward 1 year, every video they get, 100,000 in the first week. Crazy how that works, right? So that's YouTube now. 4-1, USA wins. USA! USA! I talk to channels that are bigger than me. My friend Jay Bravo has 250,000 followers. He's been on YouTube for almost from day one, year one, 2006, 2007, whenever it all started. And he's in the same boat. And I talked to another channel called Economic Ninja. He's in the same boat. I talked to another channel that I won't say the name of, 450,000 subscribers. Same thing, views down. Linus Tech Tips, one of the biggest channels on YouTube, made a series of videos about how his views are down, their revenue's down, they can't afford to pay some of their stuff. So anyway, I support my channel with my own product. It's called 1K a day. It's where I teach people like my student who emailed me how to crush home runs. This is one of my students here. She's making, I'll show you what she sent me today actually. She sent me her trading account on her prop firm. So I teach people to do this. This is what I teach people right here. She made $4,743 in 16 traded days. She made $2,200 in a single day with what I teach. It's clicking buttons, looking for patterns. You already do that in real life. I teach people to make base hits. I tell them, try to make 100 or 200 bucks a day. Walk away in 15 or 20 minutes. Click buttons, look for patterns. Once you know what you're looking for, they appear every single day. If you guys want to get in on that, if you think it'd be a life-changing skill that nobody could ever take from you because the markets are 24/7 and never stop running, you're going to go to the link I just posted up 3 times. You're going to type in code J12. Get it for 204 bucks. The final price you'll ever pay me. It's a 23-hour course. You can be on your way to a better life, but you have to have faith in yourself and understand that I'm here to help you every single way. Just so you are aware, another thing she said to me was right here, and this is what melts my heart. This is why I do this. She says, I would like to thank you for your great program, your dedication to helping those willing to learn, and for always being available. You are an absolute staple at home and on YouTube. And that's what gives me the good feels. I could price the course at $500 or $1,000 or the recommended $2,000 that my platform thinks it's worth. But I make it 204 bucks, so that way you guys can get in, and maybe one day I'll help 10,000 or 20,000 people learn a skill. And then when I go to heaven, God will say, Stephen Campbell, what did you do? And I'll say, I gave people a better life so they could do it. And then I told them how you helped me get there. And then maybe they also listened to me about the Jesus stuff. And that's the way I look at life, guys. Just so you know. Lost most of my channels I followed and had no idea why. I have to look for people. It's so annoying. Is Brave free? Yeah, Brave is free. It's a privacy-based browser. It's based around Google Chrome. So if you have Google Chrome on your computer right now, you can install Brave, click a button, and import all your stuff over within a single click. They make it very easy for you to transition to Brave. Stay away from SpaceX unless you're a very savvy and agile trader. I agree. I agree 1,000. I was showing you guys a graphic I made, showing you how Alibaba and Visa and Saudi Aramco, all these biggest IPOs in history, what they do is they go up in value, they spike because everybody buys a buying frenzy, and then the markets come to their senses. People sell for profits. Big funds that bought 10 million shares sell, and then you don't sell. And then you're like, wait a minute, I bought SpaceX at 135. Investment advice. I don't do that. I'm not licensed FINRA. I can't give you investment advice. I can only tell you that for me, I wouldn't go into SpaceX or any IPO for that matter. So let's give credit to Team USA men's. Are there women playing in FIFA? We got a drunk, homeless, crazy person behind us. Let's get going. I beg you, differ in the remand about you always being accessible. I don't know. You're sending me emails. I responded to my emails. I was a little slow. Send me another email. I'll get back to you. I mean, I'm not trying to not. Well, I always try to get back fast. Sometimes, like, my cat goes suddenly blind and I have to change my whole entire life and stop so she doesn't fall off a table and break her neck in 5 places. Cats always land on their feet unless they have zero vision. Sometimes days like that happen, like what happened this week, and I can't get to emails right away. Don't really buy individual stocks. From a group I just joined, did this, and he got 100 subs in a week. I would rather get organic subs. How long does it usually take to get through the course? There's 23 hours and 24 minutes of content. It depends on how fast you want to go through it. But it's on demand, so you can do it anytime. So you're not... I have some people that bought it in like October of last year, and then life events happen, and then they come back to it. You own lifetime access of it. It's never going anywhere. As a matter of fact, I'm adding a new module to the course for people that have done the whole course and they don't want to trade prop firms. I'm actually adding that. I got to record the main video, and I'm working with one of the largest companies on the trading space on the internet for indicators. If you're already in my course, you know Chart Prime. It's working with them. I'm working with their owner on rolling out a new thing for you guys if you don't want to trade prop firms, and that'll launch tomorrow. How can I find the link on YouTube of your business that you have just shared? The link on YouTube? I don't know what you mean. Just click on the thing I'm putting in the comments. It's 1kaday.diy. It's a clickable link. There's a 4-minute video explaining everything, all the modules. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not into getting it now, that's fine. The price has been going up $1 or $2 every video because when I go to make my coupons, they dictate how low I can price it. They want to make their money. I pay a platform. They take a cut of everything that I do. So at the end of the day, I don't know what the price is tomorrow. Maybe it's 206. Maybe it's 260. I don't know. I priced it at 199, 197 as long as I could. So what do you mean don't want to trade prop firms? Some people want to trade cash. They don't want to do prop firms. They just don't like them. And I understand. They don't want to pass a test. They don't want to do that stuff. So they want to jump into cash accounts, which I think is silly. So I have this company we're working with called Blowfin, and they made a series of very professional, high-level, non-AI videos. It sounds like you're listening to Robin Leach. It's pretty rad. They have a British voiceover artist, and they show how to trade with leverage. It's a crypto thing, so you can use exactly what 1K a day teaches on crypto too. It shows you how to access a whole new platform and walks you through big, long tutorial videos, excuse me, on how to do it. It's good stuff. About 3 months ago, and I've been so busy with life, I only get to watch one a week, but hope to make some extra time soon. Thank you so much. You're real quick to answer my email to get a refund. Oh, okay. If they haven't processed the refund, I'll have to bump with them. I'm sorry about that. I don't take your money. I use a platform called Teachable. They securely process all their credit card transactions. They provide Klarna. They provide Afterpay. They facilitate everything. They're a middleman, so your money's safe. You should never give YouTubers, like, if anybody's trying to sell you a course online and they're like, yeah, just send me a PayPal, run in the opposite direction. Don't ever do that. I'll never do that. Well, one meow, just bump me again, bro. I'll do it. You bump me right now. I'll try to do it live on camera. I won't show anybody your details, of course. I'll try. I mean, I got to kick their ass and yell at them a little bit sometimes. You know, it takes time to process refunds. I don't know what to tell you. That's good. Compounding interest is like heaven. Yeah. I am kind of walking around in circles. I'm reading comments and talking. I look at my screen. I don't actually look at the world in front of me. My life reading comments and talking into a camera and not walking into people. It's a chewing bubble gum. I've never tried that. Because then you would hear it on my mic. You know, does anybody remember when the lineup for this place on a Friday night used to go around the building? I do. Steven, can you recommend a show for a group of couples to attend on the Strip? You know, I know it sounds weird. You never heard of it. It's called Vegas the Show. There's probably a racket card for it right here. There may be. Vegas the Show, we really enjoyed it. It's like a history of Vegas. They don't have it here. They don't have it here now. Oh, I meant to tell you guys. I met him the other day at the park. Not a nice person. Really not a nice person, actually. I posted on my Patreon. You'll notice that I don't actually try to push you to Patreon. I have some good. He is not a nice person in real life. Did you know this?
I met him once. He was nice to me. So
Yeah, well, I was at a park. And I was just filming and testing a camera out. And I'm talking about, like, is Luxor sinking and cursed? No, it's not. And I go, that's Carrot Top. It's just me talking into a camera.
Yeah.
So Scott turns around. His name's Scott Thompson in real life. Turns around. The first thing he says when he sees I have a little tiny camera, not this big thing, I don't want to be on camera. I'm like, you're not on camera. It's pointing at the parking lot. And I show him the screen. He goes, no camera. I was like, dude, I got a YouTube channel. I was going to ask you if you could say you recommend me. He's like, no. Yeah. And then there was this group of like moms, teachers, moms, doing a mommy group. And I'm like, I had to tell somebody I saw Carrot Top. I wasn't going to say he was rude to me. And I go, you guys want to know something really weird? They look at me like I'm a crazy person. I'm like, Carrot Top's running around the park doing laps. And I like, you don't believe me? Look at the hair. And you could see this running over the trees. And they go, wow. And I'm like, yeah, you don't want to talk to me. And this one lady, she's a sweet like lady. And she has this folder because they're doing a school thing. And she holds it up and she goes, he's in. She doesn't want to say the word. They've had the same experience with him.
I haven't experienced that. I didn't know that.
Is he popular? Somebody asked me a question. They said if they have a group of couples, what show should they go to?
It depends on what they like. I mean, I would recommend like Absent, or which is if they have a good sense of humor because it's a politically correct adult variety show.
Okay.
So Absent would be good. Atomic Saloon would be good.
Okay.
We have Rouge. I mean, there's other burlesque shows that we do have. We're just interested in comedy.
Yeah.
We have, all the serves, all the comedies that you would want to see.
Okay. I always recommend Vegas the show, but I liked it.
Or the Ultimate Variety Show.
That's good too.
Everything. You get the
Yeah.
magic, music, comedy, all of it in one show. So.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for your expert recommendation. You have a good one. So there you go. So that was what my experience was. I posted on Patreon. Don't buy my Patreon. I hardly ever post there. It's amazing that people haven't canceled it to death. They should. I don't give them enough. I feel terrible about that. But this month, I got that camera and I posted like 2 hours of footage within 2 or 3 days. So now I'm all over it. All right, let's go back to your comments. I missed most of them while I was talking to her. Let's see here. 100 years ago, my grandfather was a band leader. Oh, that's fun. Steven, can you recommend a show? Yeah, I got that. How's Jason Aldean doing? I have no idea, bro. I'd love to go to Jason Aldean's place, but that didn't work very good for me. Zombie Burlesque at Planet Hollywood is great. How many years has he been around? Lots, like 20, 30 years. Markets have downturns, but they do return up. Buy low, sell high. Sure. Carrot Top's on the roids. He's on TRT. Honestly, like, he's a pretty big dude, but he's not much bigger than me. I'm in terrible shape right now because I've been eating ice cream and pizza every day after I did my diet. Carrot Top taking peptides, probably. I mean, he's 61, dude. If you see him, he's 61. Here, I'll show you this, okay? I'll show you this because I sent it to my friend Jay Bravo, and then he screenshotted, and he's like, he was on a private jet. He's like, "Is that Carrot Top?" I'm like, "Yes." So I'll show you the screen grab that he grabbed out of it. It was this. So that's my friend Jay Bravo. That's Carrot Top, 61 years of age. So anyway. You know what the problem with you, Steven, is? You seem to sincere. However, when the camera is off, you're quite the opposite. Dude, you don't know who I am. You have no idea who I am, brother. You don't know my heart. You don't know my heart, dude. Email me again. Do it right now on camera. I'll process your refund, then we're done. Okay? I suggest you send me an email. If you don't email me, that's on you, brother. But I can't exactly know who you are by the word "want me out to you." So I'm asking you nicely. Customer's always right. I'd be happy to make sure that gets done for you. I love you to death. Thank you so much. But you don't get to come in here and trash me. It's a two-way street of respect where you're gonna run, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so I have my strong noise isolation on. I'm gonna turn it on to weak. By the way, this is the mic with nothing going on. So you can hear all the ambient noises. You probably just had a jarring audio experience. Here it is on weak. Okay? So that's what it looks like. Yeah, and some people don't even give refunds. I mean, you know how many people I've had to give refunds to and like they've watched most of the course? They get 80% in and then they get all the knowledge and then they ask me for a refund. It happens. You know? But the platform offers it, so. I had to charge back on a guy that claimed I defrauded him somehow. And I'm like, I don't know. He said my credit card was stolen. I'm like, what? I mean, it hurts me. I had one guy that didn't even ask me for a refund. He just went and did a chargeback. Guys, if you listen to me carefully, I used to do chargebacks too. You think it doesn't hurt the person? It does hurt the person. Don't do chargebacks on people. It's bad for them. Yeah, I can't stop it. I have people that have told me that they've given it to 4 of their family members. They just all share the logins. No, I'm happy to teach people. I mean, if you do that, it's less than $30 a person, I guess. Less than 40 a person. I get my ass kicked by a lot of things, guys. Shoot. It's called running a business. You're never going to make everybody happy. But I sure do try. Carrot Top with a $70 million. Awesome. What happened to Bob Dingo? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened to Bob Dingo. Doesn't he do content anymore? I wish him the best. Campbell is friendly, nice, sincere, and he even walked my 93-year-old mom. The last part's not true. I never walked a 93-year-old mother anywhere. I met Steven at the plaza. He's solid. Oh, thank you. Is Bob Dingo doing content? Let's find out. Bob Dingo. I bet you he is. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, that's 3 months ago. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 4 months? Maybe he's taking a break. You know, guys, I'm going to tell you this. Rolex, I've kept my eye. I don't want a Rolex. I have a Patek Philippe watch. That was a gift from a business person, associate friend. YouTube is very psychologically tough sometimes. It's not easy to do YouTube, you know? You take the slings and the arrows. You get people that try to assassinate your character. It took me a long, long time not to like have meltdowns. I remember having a meltdown. It was recently 6 months ago on like New Year's Eve. Right by the Sphere. It's not good. It hurts you. And you just like, sometimes you want to go into a shell and never do another video ever again. It's tough. He would always make fun of him on his show. I would always make fun of him, or he would always make fun of me. I don't know. The problem with Rolex right now is that the secondary market for Rolex has taken a big dive recently. I'm not sure why. So Rolex, luxury, a lot of stuff, some handbags, they generally increase their value over time. But, you know, if it's not an investment, some people aren't making it now. YouTube can be an abusive relationship. Yep. Certainly can, unfortunately. you know? But you gotta learn to deal with it or else, you know, and to say, well, just have a thick skin, that's sometimes harder than you think, you know? It's sometimes harder than you think. Oh, my little kitty's on the bed. I'm looking at her on the camera. She's jumped up. She's trying to find food. She don't get to eat till I get home.
No.
So my title, that's a great question. My title refers to the crisis of affordability and consumer confidence, just kind of opening up to the point where, you know, not everybody can come to Vegas. It's become a bit of an indulgence for most people, whereas in the past it was very affordable. And the casinos know it. 2025 wasn't a good year for them, and we have more data for that. I'll make a full video of that on my channel coming up later. So subscribe for that. Oh gosh, it's so loud. Jeez. Is there ice in Vegas? Certainly there is. But not on the Strip. You won't ever see ICE officers on Las Vegas Boulevard doing stuff. There's like the odd video on TikTok of stuff happening behind casinos. Particularly, there's one that I saw that's behind the Treasure Island of ICE arresting people coming out of the employee area. But you won't see anything on the Strip. It would be too damaging for the reputation of the city. People would not visit. International tourists would stay away in droves. And behind the scenes, I'm sure there's some kind of an agreement between the current presidential administration and the governor and the city's officials to not do anything in front of everybody. Am I going to live stream on the 4th of July? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe. I have to go off the WIFM model. That stands for what's in it for me. Like, I don't make money off these live streams. Maybe I sell a course. I haven't sold any courses tonight. I have no new students. So for me, it's just a really cool way to burn some calories and chat with some people and, you know, do some research and learn some things. I learned a lot of things about Idaho today. About the realities of Idaho, for example. And I got to share some stories and stuff like that. So, but, you know, we don't get super chats. There's no monetization. I spend 4 or 5 hours going out into the heat, burning through my data. It's all good. Love you guys. But if you guys want to know about our sponsor for the video, if you guys want to learn how you guys can learn how to click buttons on a screen and do what I call our base hits, maybe make $100 a day, maybe 200 a day, who knows? Click on the link. Go see what 1K a day is all about. Use the code J12. Get it for $204. It'll never be any less than that. That's the lowest price it'll ever be. Why is Credit Karma getting priority messaging and sending me junk while I'm on my screen? I don't care about that. Silly goose. What did I learn about Idaho? I learned that Idaho, all states have, all states in America, all places in the world for that matter, have dark secrets that nobody would ever want to know. Idaho has a huge problem with methamphetamine and fentanyl, and particularly spiking overdose rates on fentanyl. Hundreds and hundreds of more per year than they've ever had. I also learned that Idaho has a lot of militias and white nationalists and people that are maybe not the kind of people that you'd want to meet and say the wrong thing to. Learned that there's some very nice, safe parts, but in major cities, there's some nasty pockets of violent crimes and property thefts and things like this. We've got your course. You're watching my vids. Thank you so much, Corathine. Appreciate you for being a student. You're amazing. My bicep's great. It's been years. Ice helps get rid of sleeper cell drug cartel members. Okay. Interesting. I live in Idaho. I haven't seen that. Yeah, and I'm happy you haven't. Like, I live in Vegas, but I know if I go to the wrong places, I'm going to be in for a rough time. But my point when I was saying that is that everywhere is different. And then I used Utah as an example. Utah has high divorce rates, for example. That's one thing that's weird in Utah. And then you come to southern Nevada, and we have high trafficking. We have high trafficking rates. That's one thing about Nevada. Every place has its thing. And my point in saying it was that you have to pick and choose where you can afford to live and where you want to live. And if you don't like it in one place, you can go to another place. That's what makes America so awesome. Wall Street Warlord wants me to raise the price of 1K a day to $999.99. Hey man, I can't move it at 204 today. Maybe tomorrow it'll be $999.99. We'll make it $997.99 because that's a psychological thing that's really weird. They say to make your course 7 at the end, so probably the next time I'll have a 7 at the end. Boise, Idaho is a liberal city in a red state. Yeah, Vegas is a liberal city in a red state.
In free play credits, redeemable on any slot or video poker game. With $20 in free play credits. You started on $20 in player payback for your first 20 loss. And then we'll keep things going by awarding you $20 in player payback for every $100 of loss. You need to wait in line to join the club. Put your change light on, and we'll come right to you.
Why are there no Burger Kings or Wendy's on the strip? A lot of it is due to the model. So like Five Guys is centrally controlled by one company. In-N-Out is centrally controlled by one company. If a Five Guys comes on board, it's owned by corporate. If an In-N-Out opens, it's owned by corporate. But Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, they actually franchise most of their locations out. They want to own the land. They're landowners for the most part. McDonald's owns the land that the McDonald's sits on. They strategically buy land ahead of time in areas. McDonald's will look at and McDonald's is one of the largest investors in satellite imagery in the world, because what they do is they look at the march of a city, buy land when it's cheap, wait for the communities to swell around the land, build a location, find a franchise person that wants to buy the franchise, and then put them in business. But because of the way that they own and operate, a lot of restaurants models that do this, they make money off of supplying materials to their franchise owner. So the franchise owner is actually paying for the beef and for the ingredients and for all the food that they get from the franchise restaurant. And then when you move into a location like Vegas, where your price per square foot is so astronomically high, it becomes nearly impossible to find a franchisee that can qualify for that or wants to run that business model. So the corporate comes to Vegas and opens up those locations out here. So you see Five Guys, you see Shake Shacks, you see In-N-Out Burgers that don't run a franchise model. Because that's the way I see it. But, listen to me, don't listen to me. I'm just a guy with a camera. Love from Toronto. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate you. Beep, boop. What do I think of the SpaceX IPO? I think Elon Musk is a billionaire, a trillionaire now, that is. I think a lot of people invested in a buying frenzy, not understanding anything about the technicals of the company, which is not good. They don't know the financials. They bought off feels and hopium, and I hope that they don't lose too much when it goes down, because all IPOs go down. Every single one, ever. Stayed at the Luxor and saw a tournament of kings for the first time, and they comped our resort fee because the room was not functional as it should have been when we stayed at the Vidara. Good for you. I'm glad you pushed back and you got that resort fee clapped back. That's fun stuff, man. And they comped both our resort fees because we were charged an extra resort fee and they ended up refunding the original too. Super nice of them. Good stuff. Burger King croissant sandwiches and tater tots are solid. All right. I haven't had Burger King in a while. Their food comes off as just greasy to me except for the Whopper, but everything else is bad. And the problem is Burger King uses DoorDash for delivery. Whenever I order Burger King, it's late and the DoorDash takes an hour to get to my house and the food is stone cold. Reach out to their customer support. They offer you $5 on a $35 order. I paid $35. You're giving me a $5 coupon. You think I'm going to come back to you? There's no way in hell. So Burger King and me had to divorce. This guy's a really good singer.
It never has to be made. No, it purple trucks a boot. Have to get it on my back.
Now, there is a corporate-run McDonald's on the north end of the strip by Circus Circus. I don't know if the one by Mandalay Bay is corporate-run. There used to be McDonald's across the street from the city center in the current location. That's the Boulevard Shopping. And there was also a McDonald's at the Monte Carlo. There's also a McDonald's not far from us over there by the Harrah's. That one's corporate-owned. As for other fast food, Bojangles is opening another location on the Las Vegas Strip. We just saw it down at the Link. They have another location over by the Harmon Corner, in Harmon Corner. Let's see, Popeyes has failed every time almost. And then you have like Sbarro over at Planet Hollywood. Most of the food halls, you know, they're putting in a Bobby Flay branded restaurant or something by Guy Fieri. Caesars is big for this. But we're going to also have to see if Caesars changes all that as Tillman Fertitta runs his own restaurant empire. So we may see more Bubba Gumps and Rainforest Cafes coming into things. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Used to be one Wendy's back in the day. Okay. What is this? Somebody's talking about resort fees. And an end in sight for parking fees. No, they'll never be gone. People pay the parking fees and people pay the resort fees. And parking fees and resort fees are financial hedges in a company's estimated profits. So they can say, we own this many rooms in Vegas. On average, we're at 80% capacity. 80% of this number is blank. Let's just make it easy. We have 100,000 rooms. We're at 80% capacity. That means that we have 80,000 rooms every night. Let's make it simple. $1 resort fee every night guarantees an extra $80,000 revenue for the company. Hotels across the world work off largely the same model. They want to fill rooms. They know that people are using the internet and travel websites. Travel websites get a lower fee than anybody. They buy the rooms 1,000 or 10,000 at a time. They buy them in bulk for a lower price than the casino would ever sell them. They put a markup on the room. If they have to, they lower the room on the website. They have control to a certain level. Then they would not break even. They have a break-even level. The break-even level is very low. The casino knows that if they sell 10,000 rooms to Expedia or Travelocity or Orbitz or TripAdvisor, they have to have revenue for that room. So let's say they sell the room for $20. $20. MGM sells 10,000 rooms for $20 to a travel website. Okay? They know they're making this much, but they want to make more, so they tack on a $50 resort fee. So 10,000 rooms, $50 resort fee, 10,000 times, guarantees money for that room, no matter what they sell it to the travel website. Does that make sense what I'm saying, guys? Say yes in the chats. Why do hotels charge $50 for parking? I stayed in Palm Springs at a nice villa, and it was $200 a night. Parking was in $190. Well, In Vegas, they don't charge that. They charge $25 for parking in the garage all day, $40 for the valet in most cases. They charge it because it's just an extra revenue stream that you're willing to pay. And if you weren't willing to pay it and you stopped coming, then they would get rid of it. But they're not going to get rid of it because they're willing to pay it. Circular logic. So the resort fees and the parking are guaranteed ways they can tell their shareholders and their investors that they have a revenue coming in. Let's get rid of our strong noise isolation and we'll put on a weak. But the business model has changed. It's now catered to the wealthy, and you know, if people can afford it, they can afford it. But if they can't, they can't. So what? Who cares? By the way, welcome to Mr. W. Mr. W. He's our student in 1K a day tonight. Mr. W just purchased 1K a day for $204. I'm not going to say your real name. Use the code J12. There you go, Mr. W. Welcome to the course, guys. See, it's popular. People get into this stuff. God bless you, everyone. Guys, welcome Mr. J in the comments, please. I don't know if he's still watching. When I get that email, it's usually been 20 minutes after they actually clicked the button.
You're gonna be making love.
Was Vegas always so corporate? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Vegas has a strange history. I should tell it one day on the channel, but of course, you know, the mafia, they controlled most of the original hotels. Corporate ownership started with Howard Hughes. Believe it or not, Howard Hughes owned the Sands or the Dunes, the Sands, whatever. He owned a bunch of hotels. He owned them as a corporation. There's a reason for that I won't get into, so subscribe, come back to the channel, I'll tell you in the future. And then Steve Wynn obviously came in and funded the Mirage with Wall Street money and junk bonds. And Howard Hughes forced the state to deem who could buy casinos. Before Howard Hughes purchased things through Hughes Corporation, only individuals could purchase casinos, and they had to stand in front of the Nevada Gaming Commission in order to do so. But when Hughes came in, they changed the laws, and they made it so a corporation who could appoint an appointee to represent them at the Gaming Commission could own the property. So then that's when everything changed and pivoted for the city. So by the 2000s, well, really by the mid-90s, Circus Enterprises went public on the stock exchanges. It was the company that was sold from Jay Sarno, who built Caesar's Palace, then Circus, to a couple of guys who created Circus Enterprises, who did so wildly successful with Circus and then the New York and Luxor and Excalibur that they built afterwards, that they were told by their accountants, you have to go public because you have such a liability. If you die, the death taxes are going to crush your families. So they went public. And the rest is corporate history in Las Vegas. Lost wages, Nevada. You know, the city has such an amazing history of changing and morphing itself and making sure that it hedges its bets. The city doesn't care that at Friday night at 8:43, there's technically hardly any traffic sitting in front of the Treasure Island. The Treasure Island, where I'm standing right now, in front of these pirate ships, used to be one of the key focal hotspots. Made news programs like 60 Minutes back in the 90s when this place first opened. And now the city largely doesn't care. It doesn't matter that there's no traffic in front of Treasure Island anymore, because the people at the Venetian...
Hi, guys!
That made her feel special. The people at the Venetian that are playing 000 roulette for $500 a hand, the worst odds in town, are paying for what this used to pay for. And that's the evolution, and that's what you need to do. You need to evolve. You need to keep going in life. You have to keep swimming. You have to do what my mentor taught me, which is just keep swimming. If you bang your head against a problem, and between the banging you do, you look at it slightly different and you sort it out and you change it and you just keep swimming, you're going to have success. whether it's a business, whether it's trading the financial markets, whether it's school and learning, whether it's a skill you're trying to do just for fun. You find your way to do it. Trying to learn the guitar and you can't figure it out, jump on YouTube. You'll find somebody who speaks the language that makes it make sense to you. And before you know it, it lights up, you know? I've had students tell me they've tried other courses. They spent $5,000 on a guy, wasted their money, spent $200 with me, now they're getting payouts. It's just finding a way to get it done and overcoming the hurdles. And that's the people who win in life, you know? Right now there's a guy on the Vegas Golden Knights. He's the captain of the team. His name is Mark Stone. He was told that he would never be anything in the NHL because he couldn't skate. So he worked on every other skill that he had. Now he's one of the, top goal scorers in the NHL playoffs. He can't skate, but he sure knows how to be in the exact right place at the exact right time to make the goals happen. Because he just kept swimming and he got with the coach that saw things in him that he maybe never saw in himself. And then you emphasize those things and you become better at those things. And if you don't do that, you're going to get swallowed up by life. Because life will knock you down to a point where you don't even want to get up anymore unless you can figure out ways to get around it. That being said, I want to tell you, I love you guys and I believe in you more than you probably believe in yourselves. And I want you guys to be successful at whatever you want to do. So if you guys want to get into that mindset with me, I'm looking for winners. I'm looking for people that want to get into 1K a day and do it at a great price. If you guys want to learn a skill where you guys could possibly make $100 a day, maybe you make 200, who knows? Maybe you just get smarter than all your friends about the financial markets. Click the link, learn more about it. Learn more about 1K a day, see if it's for you. But whatever you do, be excellent out there, guys. Be good. And you guys can go to amazing places, I'll tell you that. I'll see you guys on Sunday. We're going to be out streaming some more. I got to get home to my newly brought blind cat. I got to figure out what I'm going to eat. I got to try to get some good rest after night of waking up and looking at her, and hopefully she was okay. She seems to be doing okay. Because cats, they keep swimming. They do great. All right. I love you guys. I really do. Just remember, no matter what in life, God's got this, and I'll see you guys on my next one. So we'll say 3, 2, 1, and click.